What if the best San Diego beach town wasn't the most obvious one, or even the most expensive one? I'm Bern McGovern, and I've helped over 100 families buy and sell here in San Diego, and today I'm ranking every single San Diego beach town from worst to best. The cost difference between all 10 is massive, from $800,000 all the way up to $3 million plus, but cost is only one of 5 factors. Now, each beach town fits an extremely different type of person, vibe, and lifestyle, so I'll share which one might be best for you, since best is totally different for everyone. Now, this could save you months of wasted time researching. I'll even share my favorite beach town at the end. Now, the objectively worst San Diego beach town on our list is Imperial Beach. It's been closed 90% of the time since 2023, but it's the most affordable spot with home prices around $100,000 lower than the San Diego County average. The next beach towns in Tier 4 are definitely better options for most people, but there's a reason Imperial Beach is the most affordable option. And I'll be completely honest why. However, for military families stationed at Naval Base San Diego, the location is a big plus. The commute is easy, the vibe is small town and laid back, and you're still right on the water. But here's the tough part, and this is why Imperial Beach lands on the bottom of our list. There's a serious pollution problem coming from the Tijuana River. Billions of gallons of untreated wastewater cross the border every single day. Beaches in Imperial Beach have been closed 861 days from the start of 2023, more than 90% of the time. And this has been going on for years. And even though federal funding was secured in December of 2024 to help fix it, the problem is still there, and it affects daily life and beach access. And on top of that, Imperial Beach doesn't have the same high-end restaurants, shopping, or activities you'll find in other coastal towns. And a lot of the time, you'll end up driving somewhere else if you want more options for fun or dining. So if Imperial Beach was a person, it would be that laid-back, friendly neighbor kind of person, embodying a relaxed and unpretentious lifestyle. So Imperial Beach is a fit for buyers who really want to save money, but the trade-offs are pretty big, which is why it's sitting at the bottom of our ranking. Now, the next 3 are still within San Diego affordable, under $2 million bucks. Tier 4 goes to Pacific Beach and Mission Beach, where the price to value gap is pretty wild. You're dropping $1.3 million to $2.1 million in areas where parking is a nightmare and noise runs past midnight. The surf culture is legit, the energy is unmatched, and the walk score hits 74, but unless you're young and love chaos, you're overpaying for the wrong lifestyle. So even though these are more party-focused communities, and they're not all like that, don't get me wrong, you're still making a big investment to live here. But Ocean Beach might be a great trade-off if you want to get away from the chaos in PB. Homes at OB have a median home price of $1.3 million, but now let's talk about the differences. Now here's what makes PB and Mission Beach so appealing. You've got 3 miles of amazing beachfront, and the boardwalk scene is unlike anywhere else here in San Diego. Pacific Beach has a walk score of 74, which means you can walk to most of your daily needs right along Garnett Avenue. The bars, restaurants, and nightlife are packed tight and always buzzing. If you surf, PB has some of the best spots in the county. The surf culture here is the real deal. And Mission Beach adds more of a family element with Belmont Park's historic roller coaster, so during the day there's fun for all ages. And if Mission Beach were a person, it'd be that classic beach lover, fun, social, and always barefoot by choice. Basically the friend who's never too far from the sand and refuses to go east of the 5. Plus, the vibe here is pretty electric. On weekends, you'll see volleyball tournaments on the sand, people biking up and down the boardwalk, and that classic SoCal beach energy that draws people to San Diego in the first place. Mission Beach homes usually sell in about 86 days, which is a little bit longer than some of the other beach towns on the list. However, if you want more affordable and more family vibes, this next tier might be better for you because you can grab a home here for around $1 million bucks. But here's where PB and Mission Beach lose points. The noise and congestion can just be too much for some people, especially in the summer and on weekends. And the noise often goes late into the night. The crowd here leans heavily toward college age and young professionals, which gives it a more temporary feel. That doesn't work for everyone who's looking for a quieter, long-term community. Ocean Beach attracts surfers, outdoor enthusiasts, pet lovers, and community-minded creatives drawn to its beach access, laid-back vibe, and artsy, dog-friendly culture. Day-to-day here feels relaxed yet quirky, with a lively social scene of bars, breweries, and music, balanced by challenges like parking and tourist crowds. And real estate here is highly competitive, with homes typically 1.1 to about 1.35 million, selling quickly due to limited inventory. Most houses are modest in size but valued for proximity to the beach and OB's strong sense of community. So if PB was a person, it would be that energetic social butterfly who loves lively nights, surfing, and an active beach lifestyle. He's the type of friend who believes the weekend starts on Wednesday with a bit of a bro vibe. Oh, and if you want an extreme example of what a PB local really looks like, check out this guy who got interviewed by the local news last week about witnessing a plane making an emergency landing on a beach in PB.
So tell me, what did you see when this happened?
Yo, homie came down, he was cruising for a second. He must have skills, because he literally, the plane was mellow. I thought it was gonna be all bad, and then the dude like literally just tucked himself into there like that. It was like as if an angel just caressed the plane and just set it down like that. It was honestly pretty amazing.
It doesn't get much more PB than this, and it's amazing. Okay, now if Ocean Beach was a person, it would be that artistic, free-spirited friend who values community, quirky charm, and a bohemian lifestyle. But at the end of the day, you're paying coastal prices. But you're buying into a lifestyle built more around weekends than the polished coastal living you'll see in higher tier spots. So PB, Ocean, and Mission Beach are perfect for their target crowds. But the limited appeal to families and professionals, the next two tiers will be great for you. Oceanside ranks in tier 3, and honestly, I went back and forth on this one. Should it be in tier 3 or tier 4? But with everything going on in Oceanside these days, I felt like it deserved its own tier. Because the opportunity here is massive if you know where to look. You'll save well over $500,000 compared to Carlsbad next door, and you're just a few miles from Camp Pendleton. But the problem, the revitalization is only half done, so location matters more here than anywhere else. However, if you get it right, this could be the best value play in San Diego County. Oceanside is one of the strongest growth stories among San Diego's beach towns, and it's a great fit for younger families, military personnel, and savvy people looking for potential value. Downtown revitalization effort began in 1975 when the Oceanside Redevelopment Agency was formed, and has picked up big time in recent years. You've had a ton of projects over the last couple years, like boutique hotels like the Seabird and Mission Pacific, not to mention a ton of projects still in the works like the Regal Plaza redevelopment, as well as the NCTD project. The median sales price is right around $850,000, which is slightly deceiving as Oceanside is pretty massive and prices vary quite a bit depending on the neighborhood. And even though you are pretty far north here in San Diego County, you do have easy access to the coaster, which can take you downtown in about 45 minutes. But this affordability does come with some trade-offs, which is why these next three beach towns are a little bit more consistent. Now, Oceanside has also been smart about tourism development through their Sustainable Tourism Master Plan, focusing on agritourism and shoreline preservation. And that's pulling in a different type of visitor and new residents who want something more than just a party scene. For military families, being close to Camp Pendleton is a huge win. You're just over 4 miles away, so you're getting coastal living without paying Carlsbad or Del Mar prices. And at the same time, the community is actively improving amenities and overall quality of life. Plus, the beach is beautiful, less crowded than central San Diego beaches, and it still has that true surf town vibe without the chaos of PB. But Oceanside sits in tier 3 because the transformation isn't quite complete yet. Some neighborhoods feel totally new and revitalized, while others still show their rougher past. There's a ton of inconsistency depending on exactly where you buy, and that means you need to be careful about location. So for the right buyer, especially younger families or investors who want to be part of a community that's on the rise, Oceanside has huge potential and real value. If Oceanside were a person, it would be that vibrant, diverse individual who blends historic charm with modern urban beach living. But it's definitely a San Diego growth story still in progress. So if you want something a little bit more consistent, these next three beach towns might be a better fit for you. Tier 2 San Diego beach towns go to the North County trifecta, Carlsbad, Encinitas, and Solana Beach. All three have top 1% school districts in California, and that drives everything here. This pushes home prices higher, but many parents are willing to pay for that. Now let's start with the schools, because this is where these towns really shine. Carlsbad Union School District earns an A+ rating and is consistently one of the top in the county. Encinitas Union Elementary District holds an A rating, with standout schools like Olivenhain Pioneer Elementary and La Costa Canyon High, ranking in the top percentile statewide. Solana Beach Elementary School District also ranks in the top 1% across California, with schools like Solana Ranch Elementary and Solana Vista Elementary setting a high bar for elementary education. Now, strong schools come with strong demand, and that's reflected in the home values. Carlsbad, the median home price is right around $1.7 million. Encinitas pushes closer to $2 million, driven by its small town coastal charm. And for Solana Beach, homes here also average over $2 million, where the market is tighter and homes near the ocean, train station, or top elementary schools are especially sought after. Across all three towns, buyers are paying a premium not just for the lifestyle, but for the stability and long-term value tied to these districts. Let me show you some cool stuff too. Carlsbad's downtown on State Street is walkable, plenty of dining and shopping, plus you're just minutes away from Legoland if you've got kids. Encinitas mixes authentic surf culture with that yoga and wellness lifestyle that's become super popular lately. Downtown still feels like a small beach town, but has plenty of great restaurants and shops. And Swami's Beach is pretty much world famous in the surfing community. Solana Beach delivers upscale coastal living with a little extra convenience. The train station makes it easy to get to downtown or even up to LA. Cedros Avenue has become a go-to spot for design, boutiques, and shopping. So all three towns have family-friendly beaches, bike trails, and that kind of outdoor living San Diego's known for. You can surf in the morning, send your kids to top-rated schools, and then grab dinner at a great restaurant, all within a few miles of each other. But of course, the trade-off here is the cost. The higher cost of living shows up in everything from dining to services. Plus, most day-to-day life also requires a car because of the suburban layout. So if Solana were a person person would be that calm, artsy, and laid-back type with some small-town charm, while Encinitas is your easygoing surfer friend who takes his business calls walking the beach. And Carlsbad would be the friendly, family-oriented type, always up for a beach day, a school fundraiser, or a weekend soccer game. Basically the coastal soccer mom of San Diego. But if you're looking for the top-tier beach towns in all of San Diego, these next 3 are definitely it. People always ask me, why would you pay almost double what you would spend in Tier 2? Well, here's my answer in a nutshell. Del Mar is incredibly small. It only has 4,000 residents and rarely has more than 20 homes on the market at any one time. La Jolla homes don't just list high, they hold their value long term. Most sell within days, often with multiple offers. And Coronado, it basically feels like a private resort. These towns are built for people who want everything. Wealthy buyers, second homeowners, execs, and retirees who crave ocean views and walkable luxury. Del Mar's median price sits right around $3 million, and with so few homes available, exclusivity drives values even higher. La Jolla averages closer to $2.5 million, but some properties go for well over $8 million. There was even a $100 million home here this past year. Coronado hovers right around $2.3 million, and it's anchored by the iconic Hotel del Coronado. Between the spotless beaches and resort vibe, it feels like a vacation living every single day. So what makes these areas worth the big price? Let's look at Del Mar first. It has a small town vibe, but with world-class amenities. There's the Del Mar racetrack, the annual Del Mar Fair, and a downtown that feels like you're in a European beach town. The beaches here are a little bit less chaotic. La Jolla is called the jewel of San Diego, and once you see it, you get why. The cliffs and coastline are stunning. The village has top-notch shopping and dining. UC San Diego is right nearby, and spots like the Birch Aquarium and the La Jolla Playhouse bring culture. Coronado gives you that island lifestyle with Hotel del Coronado right there. The beaches are always ranked as some of the best in the country, and the area has this timeless charm that pulls people in from all over the world. Plus, you can get to downtown San Diego easily with the Coronado Bridge without losing that resort feeling. All 3 communities have top-rated schools, walkable centers, waterfront parks, and luxury amenities that explain the high prices. The restaurants are high-end, the shopping is upscale, and the local events fit the wealthy crowd that lives there. And because of the high cost, these areas are only for the wealthiest buyers. But if you can afford it, you're getting the top of the line for coastal living. So if La Jolla was a person, it would be that sophisticated and cultured individual who enjoys scenic beauty, upscale experiences, and serene coastal elegance. In other words, the nice friend that's just a little bit bougie. Coronado's that classy friend who somehow knows everyone at the farmer's market, polished, walkable, and full of small town warmth. It's a favorite for retirees and families who love the beach but hate the crowds. And if Del Mar were a person, it'd be that refined, outdoorsy type, someone who loves the ocean, early morning runs on the coast, and a lifestyle that's equal parts laid back and luxurious. The mix of locations, schools, amenities, and prestige make Del Mar, La Jolla, and Coronado stand apart from the rest. Now here's some quick math so you can understand prices go up and down for the middle of San Diego, where La Jolla and Del Mar are the 2 priciest. And the prices go down $200 to $400K the more south or north you go. The one wild card is Coronado because of the location and resort town feel. The only thing you want to make sure is, does the beach town match your vibe and lifestyle? And obviously, can you afford it? For me, even after living here for over 10 years, Encinitas still wins for me. It's got that laid-back SoCal energy, top schools, fun shops, and a great walkable downtown. You can start your day walking the beach, grab a coffee along the 101, and still make it to the kids' soccer game. That's the San Diego dream for me right now. But ask me again in 10 years, once the kids are off to college, I might be ready for a quiet condo in Coronado or maybe a surf shack in Del Mar. So if you're serious about making one of San Diego's beach towns, or anywhere along the coast for that matter, your new home, I'd love to help you guys out. I can walk you through all the different areas and help you find the one that fits your lifestyle best. Just send me an email at bern@off-to56.com and let's get started. After more than 10 years of living here and helping over 100 families buy and sell here in San Diego, I'd love to help you too. All my contact info is in the description below, so reach out anytime. But before you guys leave, make sure you check out this video I got linked right here. I break down what it truly costs to live here in 2026, and you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!